What's up, guys? This is Ben with the Health Matrix, where of course we are shattering the belief systems and lies that have been told to us about how to be healthy. And instead, we got to search for ways to break out of this system that has made us so obese, overweight, unhealthy, anxious, depressed, and confused. So I want to talk about detoxification today. It's a very broad range topic, but I think there'll be a lot of nuggets that you guys can glean from it and things you can add right into your everyday practice, because detoxification is sort of a buzzword these days, right? There's a lot of people selling detox diets and juicing cleanses and parasite cleanses and all types of things. And I'm not even bashing on any of those. There's so many different ways that you can do this. But the idea of detoxification, I think, is very important because it embodies mind, body, and soul. And so it's not just about cleaning yourself out physically, it's also mentally. So detoxification is something that people should be practicing every single day. It's not something that you should build up for months or years and then just go on a 2-week cleanse, although that doesn't hurt if you're someone that's been extraordinarily unhealthy for a long time. But if you think about it, the way that I explain people about health and nutrition is that our disease that is crippling so many people comes from two things, right? One, we're malnourished. We're not getting the nutrients we need, whether it be vitamins, minerals, trace metals, antioxidants, different things like that, things that our cells need to actually survive and to thrive and to act normally. Just like all of the things inside of your cells, your mitochondria, all that stuff. There's certain pieces of information and code that those things need in order to ideally operate. And if you don't get them, things malfunction, right? Just like if you need 1,000 bricks to build a house and you only have 900, it's not going to be optimal. Right? If you have a computer that needs a bunch of parts and you're missing a few parts, it still might operate, but it's not going to be ideal. We want to reach the pinnacle of health. And I think everyone can do that. Most people can do that if you follow these guidelines and employ them in your life. So the first one is nutrient deficiencies. The second is toxic overload, which again is unavoidable and makes your body sick and makes things harder for your body to operate normally. It ruins the immune system. It's going to make your blood less than perfect. It's going to clog up your digestive tract and your urinary tract, and then it can even seep around to organs. And, things can get lodged in different organs. For instance, metals like aluminum can migrate into the brain, and cause all types of problems. They can also go to your thyroid. Any number of things can happen. And so you've got nutrient deficiencies and you've got toxic overload. So what this means is, in layman's terms, is daily you have to ingrain the habit in your mind of doing the right things to be healthy in general, to get your body the capability to detoxify things the way that it needs to do, because it's always creating, naturally your body is creating free radicals and byproducts of normal cellular metabolism every single day. And you're inside of an enclosed body. So like if something on the internal, in your internal, is creating byproducts, much like a factory will create pollution, and in the world, that pollution dissipates in the form of smoke or, some sort of chemical or pollutant that usually goes into the environment and kind of dissipates away naturally. The same thing is happening inside your cells, except it's stuck inside of your cell. So your body has to get rid of it. So it uses things called endosomes, which create exosomes, and then that transfers things throughout your bloodstream to different areas of the body. Your bloodstream obviously can go to the skin where you can sweat it out. It can go through your liver where it can be essentially heated and treated out. goes to the kidneys, which can obviously filter out things, and then you urinate, or it can go through your digestive tract and out the number 2, if you know what I mean. Those are the main 4 pathways of detoxification, by the way. Okay, so think about it this way: liver, kidneys, digestive tract, and skin through sweat. Okay? Now, there's vicarious detoxification. I'm not going to talk about a lot in this video, but what happens, I think this will make sense to a lot of people and may help them understand why they need to do these daily detoxification habits. Because if your body's digestive or normal detoxification pathways are clogged, which happens a lot, the liver can get clogged, the kidneys can get, it happens more than you think. People can become constipated. They're not drinking enough water. They're not sweating enough. They're not moving enough. All these things. Your body's going to get rid of it one way or another. It's not just going to keep them inside. The longer they are kept inside, the more sick you're going to be. So what will happen is your body will do vicarious detoxification through perhaps your lungs or your nose or your ears even, right? You get a runny nose all the time. You're hocking up loogies all the time, mucus. And I'm not saying it's always detox. There's things like allergies and this and that, but this is usually what happens when you become sick. And then you get a cold and your body's getting rid of fluids. You just have snot running out of your nose for no reason. There's a reason that your body does everything. Think about it this way: if you're sick and you vomit, your body's getting rid of things. You're not just vomiting for no reason. Your body senses something's not supposed to be in there. It wants to get rid of it. You vomit. Your body senses something's in there. It wants to get rid of it. You have diarrhea. You have cold sweats. You have a fever. Do you see what I'm saying here, guys? Does this sound like anything that people have suffered from before? Cold sweats, fever, diarrhea, constipation, runny nose. Could it be your body's trying to get rid of things? But that's for another topic, another day. Anyway, so if you think about all the usual suspects throughout your day in terms of people that are really unhealthy, and it's from someone that's worked with as many people in my life and has talked to as many people and heard the stories, it's not usually rocket science why people are sick all the time or very overweight or suffering brain fog, all these things. And you don't have to be a doctor and go to a certain school to learn this stuff. Anyone can learn it if you want to be a healer, which is something that I view myself as helping people to heal these problems. But when you don't drink enough water, which is very common, you're basically, your body needs water, obviously, to filter things out. It's going to sweat out things. It's going to run through your urine. It's going to run through your body and get into the blood. It's going to create healthy blood. It's going to get into the cells. It's like a sewage system. That's one of the functions that it's doing. It's like if you took the water out of a sewage system, it would become very disgusting and putrid. And that's what happens. People they get clogged up. And when that happens on the internal, you become sick. So also other things like eating too many, obviously, so people are malnourished, meaning they're eating processed breads and sugars and soda. These are called empty calories for a reason. There's a lot of calories, but not a lot of nutrition. There's like no nutrition in soda. It's processed sugar. All these processed foods, they strip the nutrients right out of them. So all you're left with is this unnatural, gluey, nasty crap. And people are drinking it all the time, and it's going to their body, and their body's trying to get rid of it. It's going to try and get rid of these things because it can't just stay in there. It's not just going to your body and then disappearing into nothing. Your body's trying to do something with it. It's going, why are you doing this to me? You asshole. Would you just drink some clean water and eat some good food for once in your life, right? And then you feel good when you do that. So people are drinking soda. People are eating candy. People are eating a lot of grains, whole grains, which aren't like totally nutrient devoid, but they're not nutrient rich. You know, the things that have a lot of nutrients. So what I'm getting to is people are consuming a lot of foods that are nutrient devoid, which was the first thing I talked about with detoxification. There's they're getting calories, they're seemingly filling their bodies up with something, but it's not giving them any nutrition. And so they're not eating a lot of fruits or vegetables. They're on the move all the time. Again, fast food, it's all the usual suspects. Oh, I had Qdoba for lunch. Oh, I had McDonald's breakfast. Oh, I had this. I had some Fruit Loops. All this processed crap. People are eating it daily, and it just adds up over time, and they're not getting the nutrients they need. On the converse, they're getting a lot of toxins that they don't need. And this all adds up, and this is what creates disease. For the most part, it's very cut and dry. What are the toxins that people are getting in? All the things that I just said, first of all, the crappy foods, the food dyes, the artificial sweeteners, the overconsumption of sugar, alcohol, lack of water, dirty water, right? Pollutants. There's going to be things in your water. There's going to be in tap water, for instance, there's undigested pharmaceutical drugs other people took. These things don't get filtered out. There's pesticides, glyphosate, which is Roundup, carcinogens. People are putting these terrible sunscreens on. They're afraid of the sun. So now they're lathering on their skin. The shampoo, the toothpaste, the fluoridated aluminum toothpaste, deodorant, all these things, if you look at them, they're all introducing toxins, and they're coming in from every direction, whether you're putting it in your mouth, you're putting it on your skin, you're rubbing it on your lymphatic nodes, right on your armpits, you're wearing it in your clothes, which are flame retardant materials that are based off of bromines. I can't remember the exact name, but these brominated flame retardant materials, all these things with these fake scents, the cleaning agents they're using in their laundry, those little things that hang up in your car that are fake scents. All of this fake stuff, and it doesn't seem like a big deal because, Ben, is that really going to make a big deal? This fake scent in my car? Well, no, but when you add that day after day after day after day on top of all the other stuff, over and over and over again for years on end, this is what happens with chronic disease, right? Just like if you have good habits for day after day after day after day, for year after year after year, you become very healthy. That's why some people end up being 70 years old, super healthy. Some people end up 70 years old, type 2 diabetic, Alzheimer's disease, and riddled with chronic diseases. Can barely walk. I mean, it's not always that cut and dry, but oftentimes it is. So what I'm saying here is you need to first have that idea in your mind of what's happening and then address those problems, right? There's a series of finding problems and finding the solution, and that's how you get healthy. So I'm going to just list off some very simple ways that you can do it today. And some of these will surprise you because some of these aren't going to have anything to do with nutrition, which is the most important part, but bear with me. So the first thing is your cleaning agents and cosmetics. So you got to look through your shampoos, your conditioners, your dish soap, your bar soaps, your laundry detergent, the stuff that you use to clean around the house, your Febrezes, all this stuff. And it's all got to go. You got to go all natural. It's more expensive, but it adds up, right? All natural toothpaste, all natural non-aluminum deodorant. Aluminum is what's in there oftentimes to kill off bacteria, and so it makes the long-lasting deodorant, but it's not good to have aluminum on you. Shampoos with all the parabens and sulfates, those got to go. You can find coconut oil, you can find natural ones. This is not hard to do. Go to a natural food store and then just replace one time your shampoos, conditioners, your hand soaps, and your lotions and things like that with the natural alternatives. And I'll tell you right away, they're going to be twice as expensive, but health is way better of an investment because when these things keep you from getting sick, you don't end up going to the doctor as much, you don't miss all these sick days, you have more health, which is just better in general. I think it's a better trade-off, right? You're going to have to make sacrifices somewhere. You might have to stop drinking that Starbucks Frappuccino every day and go buy some natural shampoo, is what I'm saying. Second is well, I guess cleaning solutions around the house. Again, like stuff like Febreze with the fake scents, get rid of all of that. Your laundry detergent with the fake scents, get rid of all that. I personally know that I have allergies to those now that I've been clean for a while, because I used to get really bad rashes, especially staying at hotels where they use really cheap cleaning stuff. It's not as bad anymore, but I noticed it. All those things are artificial dyes and chemicals and fragrances, and they're not good for you, and they add up over time. Again, this is detail oriented. Over time, think of these are things you use every day. You use shampoo, conditioner every day. Most people do. Toothpaste, deodorant, things like that. Get rid of the sunscreen. If you eat properly, and I know people will argue about that. I don't care. If you don't want to hear me say it, go somewhere else. I'm not out here to convince you to do anything. I'm just telling you that I don't use any sunscreen anymore. I never get sunburned. I'm out in the sun all the time. It's freaking 100 degrees around here. The reason is, I'll go into that in other videos, is my diet. That's all I'll say about that. A high-fat diet, lots of oils, healthy oils, helps your skin. If you're doing things that are good for your skin, you're not going to get a sunburn. But anyway, don't rub carcinogens on your skin where it gets absorbed in your body. There's a reason why there have been like recalls and lawsuits against these companies for causing cancer, you know? Like people see that, and then they like get cognitive dissonance, which is part of the matrix, and then they go say, oh, well, I have to use sunscreen anyway. Didn't you just see that? Anyway, so moving on. The more important topic here, right? Nutrition. What can you do every single day? Now, I would say hire a coach. One thing I do, obviously, and this is kind of a shameless plug, is I do personalized nutrition and workout programs for people. You can contact me directly about that. But going out and learning about these things first, hire a coach, someone that's going to be able to write you a nutrition plan and tell you why they're doing it and help guide you in the right direction. It'll save you time as an investment in your health. It's not really that expensive compared to what you'll incur in the long term. But either way, you need to start to do the basics. First off, you need to drink more clean water. It's a big one. Water filtration systems to remove all that crap. I recommend the Berkey filter, right? If you have to, drink tap water. I do it sometimes, but I will rather drink tap water within reason, unless it's just totally nasty. And if I'm in the middle of a crowded city, I'm probably not going to drink tap water because it's just disgusting. You shouldn't live in that city anyway. But drinking more water throughout the day. So giving your body a chance to flush things out, because I drink about a gallon of water at least a day. And if I don't, I notice it. And you'll actually lose body fat that way, by the way. Little known tip. It'll help your memory and it'll help your health in so many different ways if you drink more water. Also add salt to that water. That's for another video though. So drinking more water, that's something you can do. The next is just cutting out slowly those terrible, the foods you know you need to cut out. Like first of all, you're drinking tons of alcohol. It's going to have to go or cut down in some way. But soda's no better. If you're drinking a 6-pack of soda a day, just like slowly cut that out. See, you may have to just deal with like the withdrawals, which you will get even from soda. You may have to just deal with that at first. But going through that, you'll get through it. Nobody said this would be easy. Cutting out the soda, cutting out like the processed like breakfast cereals, the cakes, the Cheetos, the chips, stuff like that, guys, where it's just frankly, there's nothing good in there and there's a lot of toxins in there. Third thing is increasing the quality of what you are eating. So if you're eating meat, try to jack it up to grass-fed beef, right? Organic chicken, not the cheap stuff. You're getting chicken nuggets from Wendy's is not even in the same game as going and getting an organic chicken breast from your natural food store. And you can find deals. This is a learning process, right? Where you got to go out and you got to kind of declare war on these companies. They're trying to screw you, not the organic company. They're trying to get your money and your attention, and this is all part of the health matrix where like they're trying to keep you sucked in to where you're eating this crap, right? And so you're dependent on it and you fiend it. And so like you've got to go out and do some work. You either got to pay someone to help you, or you got to learn it yourself, or you got to have some sort of plan to get out of this mess. And so you go out, you start to increase the quality of those foods, and you make small choices, small things. Add some more green vegetables today. You don't have to eat tons of vegetables. I really don't, right? But I'm adding in a lot of strategic foods. So it's like, get some quality seafood a couple times once a week if you can. Like wild caught versus farmed seafood, right? You're going to get the whole point of what I'm saying here with nutrition is you're getting nutrients that you weren't getting before. So we're combating that whole thing about too many toxins, not enough nutrients. We're flip-flopping that to where you're getting way more nutrients and not enough toxins. Or you see what I'm saying there? For instance, with seafood, it's going to be like iodine and salts and certain omega-3 fatty acids that you're probably not getting in your diet. So you can go eat Mediterranean foods, different types of cheeses, organic cheeses. If you're really specific and if you want to be vegan, well, you're going to have to make it tougher. You're going to have to go get different types of nuts, almonds, pistachios, filberts, whatever. Some peanuts here and there. But me, I like to vary up my foods. I have like my basic foods, which is like my fitness plan foods, a lot of chicken, broccoli, and rice, and carbs, and things like that, and quality protein and water. But then I also have my supplements, and then I get like some fish here and there. I get some different quality cheese, different types of nuts. I've experimented with different vegetables, fruits, things like that. I know that's a lot to absorb, guys, but the point is, this is all detoxing you daily. When you get the nutrients and when you release the toxins, you're taking such a burden off of your body. And what's going to happen when this happens, guys, what's going to happen to end this video, guys, is when you do this, you're going to notice your energy is going to go through the roof. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have more energy. Then you're going to go to the gym more. You're going to get better results in the gym because you're eating better. You're going to lose body fat. You're going to gain muscle. You're going to get better memory. All of these things, you're going to think clear, all these things, and then it's going to blimp out into other areas of your life. Because without health and without clarity and without some energy, you got nothing. It's an uphill battle. And that's my rant on detoxification. I'll talk more specifics in the future. If anyone has any questions, or if you are interested in doing and finding out more about my programs, you can comment below and I will reach out to you. This is a new channel, so just trying to grow at the moment. Subscribe, please, like it, share it if someone this is going to help them. And let's break out of the matrix, become who we're meant to be. All right, guys, peace out.